This is the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney with a quick check on what's going on. So here's my man to get into it.
Happy Tuesday and happy newish year. Thanks so much for coming back for the second season and hope everyone had a great holiday season. And just wanted to start the same way I did this time last year by making it clear that this is a newscast. Just one filled with nothing but dumb criminals, wacky, silly, fun stories. Look, man, I'm well aware of political hot takes being the hot thing nowadays. I love those shows too. But nobody needs another mouth running about politics, race, religion, and other social issues. There's no shortage of those options, but there is a shortage of this. A quick newscast full of stories at which to laugh or smile, parody ads, celebrity birthdays, just a simple package of fun. You know, talking with people, we say we want more good news all the time. And I mean, after the show, we can get back to being pissed off about everything. But for 15 measly minutes, let's just enjoy some silliness.
My favorite stories of the day.
New Jersey is not the place where if someone sees a wallaby bouncing by, they would go, yeah, okay. Which is why I got a lot of attention last Tuesday morning when somebody spotted a wallaby. In a Walmart parking lot, no less. Now, whoever it was who saw it might have had to do a double take. I mean, Walmart parking lots, not known as wallaby hangouts, but whoever saw it called police. That 911 recording might be a funny one to hear. And cops in Monroe were likely not surprised because a 3-year-old marsupial named Rex bounced off from a local animal sanctuary the night before. They say somebody left a gate latch unlocked and Rex took it as an invitation. Almost got hit by a car, too, when it hopped off. And think of that driver's reaction at seeing what they almost hit. But for a whole day, Rex, hopping around Gloucester County in New Jersey, didn't bother anybody. Folks at the animal sanctuary say a pet locating company with drones joined in on the search even. But CBS Philadelphia is reporting it was a bunch of teenagers from nearby who decided, hey, we're on winter break, might as well go out and look for a wallaby, and found it. After about 3 hours of searching, they told CBS they found Rex back near the Walmart about the same time the sanctuary farm owner showed up, and they all surrounded Rex, caught him by the tail, and got the wallaby into a cage. The owner said Rex was fine, and the teenage buddies say they drove back home calling themselves wallaby wranglers. About a 30-mile drive north of Sacramento, California, would land one in the town of Auburn. Swear I saw over the holiday break that a local high school there was selling Christmas trees to raise money. And right away, I thought that was a much better hustle than those chocolate bars and the white wrappers we sold to raise money back in the day. Well, I also thought this story in the Sacramento Bee newspaper just pointed out something pretty funny and ironic since the article was about how right next to a sign outside the high school advertising the Christmas tree selling fundraiser was another sign, somebody attached to the larger one with the cute Christmas tree on it. But the other smaller sign read, Merry Christmas, free weed, organic and cage-free. And below that sign, well, was Truth in Advertising, 29 bottles of marijuana. That somebody sat in a box under the sign next to the Christmas tree sign, right there at the high school, which is the only reason cops are involved because, yeah, weed is legal in California, but not on or near school grounds. So cops there in Auburn are looking for a, rather gracious person to have put out 29 jars worth of weed, probably worth a few $1,000, but maybe was high off their own supply to have not realized they were leaving all that donated marijuana near school property. Maybe just saw the trees for sale sign and thought it'd be funny to give away trees right next to it. But that's why Auburn cops thanked the resident who snitched on this in their Facebook post about this case. Now, if this cannabis philanthropist would have set this out anywhere near a bakery or donut shop, it would have still been funny and legal. I mean, what baker or donut maker would complain about bake customers ordering Munchies goodies to go with their free jar? No follow-up stories say cops caught the secret Santa weed gifter. And that drunk raccoon a month or so ago, oh boy, that was one of my favorite stories from all of last season's episodes. Was just thinking of it after seeing this story on Fox 6 Milwaukee, about a week or so before Christmas, actually, when a wildlife control expert explained how raccoons and other critters outside will look for ways to get inside of buildings when it gets really cold out. It's probably all that raccoon was doing in that liquor store, just staying warm with all the liquor bottles it could get its little raccoon fingers around. It's also probably why This wildlife expert was even talking to Fox 6 Milwaukee because less than an hour southwest in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, is where this wildlife control guy was called to help local cops there who were called themselves to a building about a raccoon that fell through the ceiling. And there were customers in this building, since it was a pricey upscale restaurant, Ristorante Brissago. So at least this raccoon had taste, but scared the hunger out of these people. Police tell Fox 6 one of the customers made the mistake of trying to grab that raccoon, and that's why the animal is dead. Because somebody decided to be too brave for their own good and got bit. All for nothing. That bite, because the Walworth County Sheriff's deputy said it took about 25 minutes for that wildlife expert to get to the resort where they were and that restaurant. And that's when they caught it. Leave it to the experts, because now this customer needed medical care who got bit. And the raccoon, who was only defending itself, had to be killed because that's the only way they can test for rabies. So this should be a lesson to raccoons to leave fancy restaurants alone and just keep the breaking into liquor stores to stay warm, safer, way more fun. Back in a moment, but before we break, a word about the Jams podcast.
Blazing the best hip-hop, R&B, reggae, soca.
You can get the Jams podcast mix on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, and Deezer. Download the podcast for free.
It's Jams Hour Mix with Greg H.
Is so alluring.
Excuse you? I know, I'm sorry, but you smell wonderful. What are you wearing?
Can you please, back up and stop putting your nose on me?
Not even strangers, friends, family, or coworkers can resist a sweet scent.
I'm reporting your nostrils to HR.
A sweet scent is Leg and Hammer Toe's all-new laundry detergent.
Investigate your HR complaint, but first I'll have to see, what they're complaining about.
I'm out of here. Take that sniffing complaint and shove it up your...
A sweet scent. Leg and Hammer Toe's newest best-smelling laundry detergent ever.
Just keep your nose away from my...
Available in stores nowhere.
And now for the world around us.
It took Guinness Book of World Records a whole year, but UPI reported on New Year's Eve that Rio has now been recognized as hosting the world's largest New Year's Eve celebration last year to bring in 2025. Officials did verify, though, that 2.5 million people were on Copacabana Beach that night. And last Wednesday night, they were packed again. 12 minutes of fireworks, music, and 1,200 drones in the air, putting on a synchronized show in the sky. Must go to Brazil. And the Associated Press is reporting some shamans in Peru got together the Monday before New Year's Eve this year to make predictions, which ended up sounding like they just pay attention to news and knew where things were headed, because the AP's headline said it all. Peruvian shamans predict Maduro's fall and continue global conflicts in 2026. Took a whole week to hear American troops will be protecting Venezuela's oil when we've been told it was about drugs. Now, over the break, I saw a few stories that had me cracking up, like one in the UK's Metro on the 38-year-old guy in a southern Italy town who was being chased by police and spotted a Christmas nativity scene and blended into it, or tried, by raising his arms and holding still right in the middle of it, looking like he was frozen while creeping up behind somebody. That's how he looked. And we know this because somebody took a picture of dude. Now, I will not point out that he was the only black dude in their nativity scene, but will point out that the mayor of the town tells reporters what caught his eye was a guy moving a little. Yeah, the mayor says he was the one who actually pointed him out to cops who caught him. And in Canada, the Montreal Gazette ran a story about how these 43 Robin Hood-like activists dressed up as 3 Santas and 40 elves wearing both masks and backpacks as they bum-rushed a local Metro grocery store in Montreal's Plateau neighborhood and made off with about $3,000 worth of food. This also happened a little over a week before Christmas, and the Gazette is reporting the group then gave the food away. Merry Christmas left a lot of it under a public Christmas tree display, along with a note explaining they were giving the rest away as a way to get back at big box grocery stores like Metro for raking in huge profit margins off of food, calling them the real bandits. Still no word of any arrest in that case either. Back in a moment.
Side effects include munchies, laziness, and inability to make it off the couch. Ask your doctor about Similac. It's just cannabis spelled backwards. Wow.
Why should people in self-driving vehicles have all the hands-free convenience? Why not have your own personal robot behind the wheel?
Hi, where can I take you today?
Introducing Drobot. Drobot can drive any vehicle, no matter how cheap or pricey, large or small.
Buckle up. I'm a Drobot, not a lifesaver, and dead ass do not touch me or the radio.
Drobots will safely deliver everyone on board, and upgraded models can keep riders company.
What's up with what's going down, though?
We are a Silicon Valley geek away from AI and robots driving us around and handling a lot of our routine chores, but we still need constant reminders to double check and not blindly follow some AI or bots' directions, especially if those directions will make somebody the subject of a CTV news story, like the one out of Toronto, a week before Christmas Eve, when police say this driver drove down a boat ramp and kept going into the water because GPS told him to keep going. Now, if GPS tells you to jump off a bridge, never mind. This dude did not need a rhetorical question. He ended up wet in Lake Ontario all by himself. There's the answer. Nobody hurt, though. CTV News is reporting the driver called police and basically said, GPS made me do it. The car was halfway in the water at the edge of the boat ramp, so a tow truck had to pull it out. Now, to be fair, it was 1 a.m. when this happened, so maybe have been too dark to see. But, until AI is done hallucinating and GPS won't lose connections and send us driving into lakes, how about we humans trust our own senses a little bit and slow down with all of this letting NVIDIA chips do all the thinking for us? I mean, we should still be smart enough to tell GPS, no, I will not jump off a bridge or into a lake in this case. Think. It ain't illegal yet.
You can inhale the rosy aroma soon to bless your bottom and feel the 4 plies of cotton ball softness about to caress your tush. Rosy bathroom rolls, because your butt deserves it.
Available nowhere.
Me want me. Come on and sprinkle me, baby, 'cause I'm too cool to be embarrassed.
Oh, slimy, I want to want me.
Come on and sprinkle me, baby, 'cause I'm too cool to be embarrassed.
Slammy Sammy, bringing back a lot of wild memories with that old jam. Mike Mann here, and right now...
And that's all she wrote for the first Real Pod newscast of the year and season 2. Thanks for coming back for a listen. And we'll get back to posting clips on social media. And speaking of clips, we're about to put out this tool that the Blend marketing team I've been working with has been using to cut the clips they've been posting. Yeah, one of them, Omar, is the one who made it, turned it into an app and website. Yeah, just working out the kinks now, but it's simple to use like other audio and video clippers out now. So we'll talk more soon about the Real Pod Clipper for podcasters, social media addicts, or anyone needing a lot of clips to post or save. For now, though, have a great rest of the week. Back on Friday.
This has been the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney from Show Enough Productions. And for more, hit up the website, realpodnewscast.com. That's real with 2 E's. This is Big Daddy Marty Allen. Thanks for listening.
Show Enough.